Before I begin the video, I just want to flag, as always, that I am not a qualified financial advisor and nothing I say should be considered as financial advice. Hello, happy Saturday. So today I'm doing my November 2024 financial freedom update. So it's month 13 of my financial freedom journey. It's a Saturday morning in Newcastle. I think it's been a little bit rainy, but it's stopped now. I'm going to go out for a walk after I've filmed this video. Getting very close to Christmas. Can't believe we're coming at the end of the year. I'm off now for 2 weeks, so I've got a 2 week break from work. So I'm going to be making lots of videos about reflecting on this year's progress, thinking about goals for next year. I'm also going to be doing a video on a reflection of using the Sprive mortgage overpayment app for a year. So lots of things like this. I'll jump straight into the figures and show you how my numbers were looking in November. So at the end of October, I had a overall savings, investments and premium bonds balance of just under £10,000, an outstanding mortgage balance of £102,500, which meant that the difference, which is the amount left to save to be mortgage neutral in my definition of financially free, is 92,737. And the progress I made in the month was 739, with an overall progress of just under £11,000. So the savings in November, I had £1,006. So I didn't actually contribute any money to my easy access savings, but I did get £3 worth of interest, and the stocks and shares ISA was at a balance of £8,959. I mentioned on my ISA update video that this was largely due to gains in value, and I think that was pretty much because of the election in the US and markets going up. So I actually only contributed, I think, about £50 worth of this increase, and the rest were market gains. But as ever with investing, I expect it to fluctuate. So even though it went up a lot between October and November, it's not to say that it's always going to be this increase month on month. It may drop in a few months. Then premium bonds, I contributed £25. It didn't win anything, so that's £325. And then the total across savings, investments, and premium bonds is £10,290, which is really good because it's the first time since I started doing these updates that I've had this balance be above £10,000, which was a aim for me. I've discussed it before, but what I really want is to increase my savings and my premium bonds, because there's a risk at the moment that if I had a big expense that cropped up, I would have to go into my stocks and shares ISA to fund it. So for example, I don't know, if I had a problem with my roof and it was going to cost £3,000, ideally I wouldn't want to have to get a loan out to pay for that, but I wouldn't have enough in savings and premium bonds to cover it, so I'd have to sell some of my investments, which I don't really want to do because these are intended to be long-term investments. So then the mortgage balance, at the moment I'm prioritising putting money towards savings. So I only overpaid by, I don't want to say only because actually it's still a lot of money, but we overpaid by £100 and so pound. So it meant that £500 came off the mortgage balance in total. So yeah, £101,925 is left on the mortgage balance. And we're getting so close to the £100,000 mark, which I'm very excited for. I think it's probably going to happen in March time, and I think we will be celebrating in some way when we hit that milestone. So whether that is a hotel stay somewhere, but it's just something that I can like mark on the weekend to be like, yes, we've overpaid by 20 odd thousand and we are below £100,000 on our mortgage balance because it has taken a lot of effort. So then the difference between how much is outstanding on the mortgage and how much we've got in savings, investments and premium bonds leaves us with £91,635 to save. And then the monthly progress, because of the gain in my ISA, is £1,003, which means that the total just over the year that we've started this journey, the total that we are better off is £11,983. Now, I will say on this is what I don't track is any capital appreciation in our property that we live in, mainly because that's actually quite hard to track, and it's until you sell it, it is a bit of a speculative guess about what the properties went up by in value. So yeah, I don't include that, but if I would anticipate that actually, if we looked at all our assets that we had, they would probably be bigger than the £12,000 that we've put here. So yeah, so that was a bit of a whistle-stop tour of the November figures. I've been thinking, and I'll talk about this in my plans for 2025 video, about what number do I want to settle at where I'm happy with the progress each month. And I think for me, at the moment, when I look at these things in my gut reaction, when I think about how the month's been, I think I classify anything where the monthly progress is bigger than £1,000. I classify that as as a success. So I think going forward, next year when, as people know, I've got an event coming up early 2025 that's sucked a lot of my disposable income away. But once that event is paid for, it will be putting more money towards these goals. And I think as long as we are hitting above £1,000 a month, the increase in our value, then yeah, I think I'd be content with that, and then anything else is a bonus. But as with all these things, my mind and my thoughts and reflections change month on month as the journey progresses. But yeah, I'll leave the video there. Drop us a comment below if you've got any thoughts, or if you want to share your experience of how your journey is going. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video.